Hi, I'm Dr. Melissa, and today we are doing a myofascial release from head to toe, as well as firing up our core and our glutes. If you happen to have some yoga blocks, a tennis, lacrosse ball, they can be any size, go ahead and grab that. Grab your mats, and let's do this. All right, finding a comfortable position standing, and have your feet just slightly wider than hip distance apart. And I just want you to start to lift your toes up, lift your heels up, gently rocking forward and backwards. And you don't have to have a really big lift, but just start to shift the weight. Notice what happens to your toes as you rock forward, what's going on in the back of your calves, your glutes, your low back. Check in with your breath. You'll start to notice in the pattern we're loosening everything up, starting with our feet and working our way up. You'll continue to feel looseness coming up that whole back of the chain. And then with everything loose, we'll really be able to connect with that core and pelvic floor. Good. One more time, lifting those toes, lifting your heels. And then we're just going to shift to the left and shift to the right. And really think of sending those hips from side to side. Do you feel it more in your hips? Can you feel your back moving? What's going on with your feet as we go from side to side? And just stay with your breath, gently going back and forth for 3, 2, last 1. And I just want you to take your hand, place one just above your belly button and your chest, and take a gentle breath in. It doesn't have to be really big, but I want you to see what you feel as you're breathing out to the sides, the front, and the back around your rib cage. And then let it go. One more time, just like that. Notice with the breath what's happening to the feet. What are you doing with your glutes? Squeezing anything? Can you lengthen through the crown of your head a little bit more? And then exhale, let that go. Awesome. Let's go ahead and grab one of your balls to start with. And we're going to start on the right foot and just light scribbles every which direction, up, back, down, super light. And keep connecting with your breath, not testing your balance here, so you can definitely hold on to something. But we're loosening up that foot. And you might find through today's class that you find one exercise particularly helpful. And you can just incorporate that into your daily routines. We're also looking for differences from left side and your right side and trying to balance those things out. Nice. Now you're going to stop with the scribbling. And then slide it so your toes come down to the ground. Your heel is up and the ball's just at the base of your heel. And we're going to rock from side to side, just gently pivoting in and out. Ooh. If you want a little more pressure, you can lean into the ball a little more. It should feel tender and like, oh, this like hurts but feels good, but not that like ouch pain. Then just lighten up a little bit. I'm always so amazed at how tight my feet are. Especially this right one after I broke it a couple years ago. Oof. All right, couple more breaths on this side. Woo. Nice. And then we'll slide the heel down. So the heel is going to be on the ground and your toes are up. And you're just going to gently rock in, rock out from side to side. Let the toes relax. So the ball's just below the base of those toes. And see if it's more tender inside of the foot, outside of the foot. What do you notice? Wowzers. Always the outside. I'm so surprised. Yee. Remember to breathe through it. I just caught myself holding my breath. Remember to keep breathing in and out. Nice job. And then come on off that ball and have both feet flat on the ground again. Left side versus your right side. Try to spread those toes. What do you notice? Lower back down. What do you feel up the back of the right leg versus the back of the left? And then we'll switch, move that ball over towards your left foot. And we're gonna scribble every which direction, up, down, side to side. And it's just very light, just starting to loosen up that area. Nice, keep using that breath. How does your left foot feel compared to your right side? What are you noticing? Ooh. 2 more breaths with the scribbles. And then we're gonna have the toes roll down to the ground. The heel is up and the ball is just down by the base of the heel. And we'll pivot from side to side, kind of like you're doing a little smiley face on the bottom of your foot. Just showing our feet a little extra love. Our feet need to adapt when we're walking, adjust to the ground. And especially if you find yourself in a really rigid shoe, it's not able to do that. We need mobility in our feet, and then we also need those deep, tiny muscles to build some strength. You'd be amazed at how much our feet have an effect on our hips, on our core, our pelvic floor. Good. Now let's move down to heel on the ground, balls down by the toes, and we're just sliding in, sliding out, rocking in and out from side to side. Use your breath. Ooh. Definitely not as sore as my other side, but there are definitely some tender spots. Eee. Gentle rock in and rock out. Nice. Take one more breath in here. Whew. And then come on off the ball, both feet flat on the ground. Spread those toes. Maybe you rock forward and rock backwards again, just like we did at the beginning of class. What's different? What are you checking in with? What do you notice? And then we're going to make our way come down onto the ground. And then let's grab, you can grab that same ball or a different ball. We're going to come onto our backs. And just starting to work the outer hip. You're going to take the ball just to the outside of your right hip. And it's below belt line about 2 inches. Now you can stay just like this. If you want it a little bit more intense, you can take that right ankle to your left knee. And we'll just shift the hips from left to right. Rocking in and out. And you're looking for little tender spots all along that right hip. Use your breath. Oh my goodness. I feel like everything's extra tight. Since we're in Costa Rica and I've been running, these hills are ginormous and my glutes are like, no thank you. I don't feel like running straight up that thing. Oof. All right, so now you're gonna find one spot along your glute and you might have to just readjust the ball. Once you find that tender spot, you're gonna take the ball and think of pushing your knee away from you. And then you'll pull your knee back up towards you. Slowly push that knee away from you. And then pull the knee back up. Nice. Drop it down. And then bring it back up one more time. Drop that leg down. And then pull it back up. Nice. And we'll take that right foot, place it back down on the ground, take that ball out. And notice left side, right side. What are you feeling? We'll take the ball over towards that left side, kind of along the top of the glutes, about 2 inches below belt line. Left ankle comes to your knee if you want a little added intensity to this. Maybe you don't, so you can keep both feet down and just shift those hips from left to right. Moving in, ooh, and out. And stay with that breath. Your tendency might be to want to tense and hold and grip, especially if you're like, ooh, it's a little uncomfortable, but continue to stay with the breath and soften. Gently rocking in and rocking out. Nice work. Woo. And see, left side, right side, which one's tighter? And then we're gonna hold. We'll find that one spot. Left knee pushes away from you, and then you're gonna pull that knee towards you. Push that ankle away, and then pull it back up. So over that tender area, pushing the knee away and pull it back up. And if this is too much, you can just go right back to the shifting hips side to side. Maybe you just hold on one spot and really use your breath. Good for 3, 2. Nice job. Last one. And we'll take that ball out. Just notice your left side, your right side. What are you feeling with those? And then let's slide those heels in. So we just loosened up our glutes. You're going to exhale, push into those feet, lift your hips up towards the sky. Think of lengthening out through the front of the thighs, spread your toes, press those feet down. Nice breath in. And then slowly drop it down halfway. Exhale, press and lift. Inhale, drop it down. Trying to keep equal weight on both feet. Lower it down. Press and lift those hips up and bring it down. This is great if you want to continue with this. If you want to add on, as you press into the right foot, left knee comes in toward your chest. Make sure those hips stay nice and even. Drop it back down. Switch, right knee comes in, press those hips up. Dip it down. And then back up. So adding the single leg, or you can stay with both. We really want to feel those glutes fires up. So we just loosen them and now activating those glutes. Our glutes are really important, part of our core system. And that exhale, blowing out candles as you come up. For 5, 4, 3, 2, last 1. Nice work. Lower everything all the way back down. Now we're going to grab hold. I'm going to give you a couple options. You can use the 2 balls. You can roll up your yoga mat, use a foam roller, or you could also use your yoga block. Whatever you're grabbing, we are going to be putting right in between those shoulder blades. You can be closer to the top of your shoulder blades. You could be closer down to the bottom of your shoulder blades. Okay. And then maybe just wiggling up or wiggling down a little bit till you find that right spot. We're going to bring our hands behind the back of our head. Really make sure that you're not overarching from that low back. We keep a gentle tuck underneath. Hands behind the back of our head. And just take a couple breaths in. As you're breathing in, send your breath to the back of the rib cage. And then exhale. Let it get heavier. Nice, gentle breath in. Exhale, let it get heavy. So you're breathing into the balls. Maybe you let your head drop back a little bit. Maybe it's resting on the ground. If you're using the block, it might not be. We just want to be careful we don't flare those ribs towards the sky. So keep the ribs dropping down. Maybe the elbows kind of drop out to the side to open up the front of your chest. Take another nice gentle breath in. And then exhale, let it go. Awesome. One more breath in here. We're going to add on. Exhale, let the balls, the yoga mat, let whatever it is sink behind you. And then gently lift that head up. And we're going to bend to the right hand side. So you're bringing that right elbow over towards your right hip. It's kind of this gentle side bend from side to side, but whatever is behind you is kind of pinning and holding those muscles to loosen them up a little more. Head over to the left. Nice and slow, go back to that right hand side. Your head is nice and heavy in your hands, and you're just gently bending to the left and to the right. I love all exercises that open up this mid-back area, especially if we sit a lot during the day behind our computers. This area tends to get really tight and stiff, and it has a big impact on our breathing. And our breathing plays such a big role with our core, our pelvic floor, neck tension, back pain. Bring it back over to the other side. We're gonna go one more time each side. Woo. And same thing, do you notice it's harder to go one side than the other? Do you feel more tenderness on one side than the other? Nice, last one. And then come on out. Gently roll to the side, and then take whatever you've got out, and then come back down onto your back. So we're gonna grab hold of the yoga block. And then laying flat, notice if it feels any different than when we were just here. Does it feel more open? Do you feel different pressure points along the way? Is it easier to breathe? We're gonna grab hold of that block, take the block straight up towards the sky. Nice breath in. Inhale, lift the block up. Exhale, bring the block over towards the left-hand side and pull your left knee up and over towards your right shoulder. Inhale, lift overhead. We're going back to that same side. Exhale, block goes to the left, left knee goes to the right shoulder. Squeeze the block on the exhale. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lift. Exhale, squeeze that block over to the left. Nice work. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, squeeze. Nice for 3, 2, last 1. You're gonna hold at the top and pulse. So pulse that knee over towards the right, pulse your arms to the left. Nice. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, lift, and we're gonna switch. Block goes over towards the right hand side, right leg goes over towards the left. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, blow out those candles. Remember, we're checking in with those abs. So we wanna make sure they're not pushing or bulging out. If that's happening, we need to make an adjustment somewhere along the way. With our breathing, with our posture, positioning. As the arms come overhead, we're careful that the ribs aren't flaring. We're exhale, squeezing that block. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Nice work. For 5, 4, 3, 2, last 1. And then we're going to pulse it out. Little pulses. Pull the knee in, reach to the side. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, lengthen all the way up overhead. Place that block off to the side. And then let's come on to our hands and knees, and we're gonna grab the balls again. So we keep working our way up. We're gonna do an abdominal release. And with each one of these that we're doing, continue to keep checking in. What's changing? Is the breath getting easier? Do you notice less tension up the back of the thighs? So we're gonna take the balls and we're gonna place them on either side, just below the bottom of your rib cage. So a couple inches above your belly button on either side. Now, if you can lay down on your stomach with these, and if you're like, absolutely not, Melissa, that is gonna be way too much, you can always lay down on your back and just start with the ball on one side. So if you start on the right side of your rib cage, just below, and gently rock that up and down. Looking for little tender spots. Maybe you can get under the rib cage. Maybe you keep working down to the outside of the belly button. So that's option 1. And then option 2, if it feels okay to be on your stomach, kind of wiggling up, wiggling down. you can rest all the way down. Kind of shift those hips from side to side. And just come back to your breath. Nice breath in. Exhale, let it go. Take another nice gentle breath in. Exhale, sink. Let those balls come in. See, is there a difference? Left side, right side. These upper abs tend to be an area that can hold a lot of tension. If these are tight, it's hard for our diaphragm, that breathing muscle, to get started. Sorry if you just ate. This is even more uncomfortable if you just did that. Let's take 2 more breaths here. Nice job. Last one. And then if you're using the ball on your back, just move to the other side. And if you've got these balls, we'll scoot them down a little bit further. Oh, maybe either side of your belly button, just below your belly button. You can kind of wiggle left, wiggle right. You can stay up. You can rest down on your forearms. But the same thing, come back to that breathing. Breath in, push into the balls. Exhale, let it sink in. Push into the balls. Exhale, let it sink in. Left side, right side, do you have one that's tighter than the other? Nice, one more breath here. And then gently come on off those balls. Make your way into child's pose, moving the balls off to the side. Sink those hips back, gently kind of rock it side to side. Take a couple gentle breaths in, checking in with everything. And inhale, pull yourself, come all the way back up. Come into tabletop position, pressing into those palms. Take your right leg, send your right leg straight back behind you. Press into the top of that left shin, float your right leg towards the sky. Really reach and lengthen out through that right heel. You want to make sure both hips are nice and even facing the ground. If you want to add on, take that left arm, sweep your left arm straight out in front. Nice breath in. Good, hold one more breath here. Really press into the right arm. We don't want to be sinking down into the shoulder. And then on your exhale, pull that right knee in toward your chest. Step that foot forward. Tuck the left hip underneath. Inhale, sweep those arms, lift all the way up overhead. Exhale, open up, come into cactus arms. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Nice breath in. Inhale, lift those arms, come up one more time. Exhale, open up, cactus arms. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. You're going to continue to take those arms behind your back. You can either make a fist or interlace your hands. Open up through the front of your chest. Really press down into that right foot. Nice, gentle breath in. Exhale, let it go. Awesome. Take another nice, gentle breath in. Exhale, let it go. Bring those hands back out in front. You're going to keep pressing down into your right foot. Curl those toes underneath. Press and lift up into that low lunge position. Drive your back heel down. You're going to sweep those arms straight up overhead. Reach through those fingertips, lengthen out. So this little power lunge. You're pulling your right hip back, left hip forward. And then you're going to slowly lower left knee, a little hover. Exhale, drive it back up. Slow hover down. Press and drive it back up. Nice. 3, 2, last 1. Then lower all the way back down onto that left knee. Left hand comes down to the ground. Step it back. Side plank. Reach through those right fingertips. Maybe your right leg floats up towards the sky. Lengthen out through everything like you're trying to push that right leg up against the wall. Nice breath in. Exhale, let it go. Good, one more breath here. And then slowly spin everything back down to the ground. Come into the tabletop position with that right leg reaching behind you. Lengthen through your back heel. If you want to come back to that bird dog position, left arm comes straight out in front. Lengthen fingertips to your back heel. We're going to hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Lower everything back down towards the ground. And here we go on the other side. So press into the top of that right shin. Take your left leg straight back behind you. Float that left leg up towards the sky. Option, staying right here, firing up your glutes. Or if you want to take that right arm, sweep your right arm straight out in front. Keep lengthening through those fingertips. Nice breath in. Reaching from shoulder, from your hip on that left side. Press into the left arm, lengthen a little more for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, pull that left knee in toward your chest. Step that foot forward. Inhale, come all the way up. Tuck your right hip underneath. Sweep those arms, lift up overhead. Exhale, open up. Come into cactus arms. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Think of creating this C curve with your back. Inhale, lift those arms up. Exhale, open, come back into that cactus arm position. Slowly take those hands behind your back, interlace, or you can make a fist. Open through the front of your chest. Keep pressing down into those feet. Nice breath in. Exhale, let it go. Awesome. Take another nice, gentle breath in. Exhale, let it go. Hands come back through towards heart center. Curl your back toes underneath. Press, lift up. Lengthen out through everything. Sweep those arms. Come all the way up overhead. Lengthen through your fingertips. Nice breath in. That power lunge. So your left hip is pulling back. Right hip is forward. We're going to slowly drop that right knee down and drive it back up. Exhale. Drop it down and back up for 3, 2, last 1. Lower everything all the way back down. Take your right hand down to the ground. Left leg sweeps back. Come back into that side plank. Lengthen through your fingertips. Nice breath in. Exhale, let it go. Maybe that left leg is lifting and lengthening behind you. Keep using your breath. Exhale, let it go. Nice, one more breath here. And then we're going to slowly spin everything back down. Keep that left leg reaching behind you. Hips face the ground. Lengthen through the back heel. Nice breath in. Exhale, let it go. Maybe your right arm floats out in front, reaching from your fingertips to your heel. Use your breath. Exhale, let it go. For 5, 4, 3, 2, last 1. Lower everything back down. Option, you can press those hips back into child's pose, or you can lift your hips up and back, down dog. Nice, gentle breath in. Exhale, let it go. Let's take one more gentle breath in here. Exhale, slowly let it all out. And then gently pull yourself, come back up. And then we're going to come back down onto our backs. And you're going to grab hold of one of your blocks and place that behind the base of your skull. If you have a ball and want to add on with the ball, you can take the ball and place the ball to one side. If you're just using the yoga block, it's at that ridge across your back, the base of your skull. So where if you kind of run your thumbs down, you'll feel it drop off. We want it right in that spot, our suboccipital area. If you've got the ball, you're just moving it over to one side, and maybe just gently turn your head from side to side. Nice, gentle breaths in. Exhale, let it go. Nice, gentle breaths in and out. Noticing if it's more tender on one side, because we're gonna head over to that other side. Try to let your head get nice and heavy, those shoulders get heavy. Keep using your breath. Nice, let's take one more breath on this side. And then we're going to bring everything over towards the left-hand side. Nice, gentle breaths in. Maybe little rocks over to the left. Can you feel a difference from side to side? Let your head get nice and heavy. Continue to keep letting your shoulders relax. Your back with each exhale, sinking heavier down into your mat. Nice breath in. Exhale, let it go. Nice. Take one more breath in here. Slowly let it go. And then let's take that ball out, take the block out, and you're gonna lay nice and flat on your mat. Lengthen out through those legs. And just check in, notice maybe you lengthen, shift your weight from side to side. How does your back feel against the mat? Bring your attention to your feet, try to spread your toes, and then up the back of your calf to our glutes, our abdomen, our mid-back. Working your way all the way up to the base of your skull. Inhale, float those arms, lift all the way up overhead, lengthen through those fingertips, nice gentle breath in. And exhale, slowly let it go. Nice, take one more gentle breath in. Exhale, let it go. Take one more gentle breath in here. Exhale, slowly let it out. And bring those arms down by your side. Let your legs slide in. Gently roll onto your side. Make your way, come all the way up to a comfortable seated position. Let's take a nice big cleansing breath in. Lift those arms all the way up overhead. Exhale, bring your hands down towards heart center. Thanking your body for your practice. Keep up the good work. Until next time, namaste.